right, this is Dame Dozha here at Florida A&M Homecoming 2019 with 90.5 The Flavor Station and DJ Zoe Crazy. It's Florida A&M FAMU. I'm coming home. We sitting here with Gabby Albert, SBI 5-year student from Tampa, Florida. How you doing, Gabby?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So we want to dive right on into the freshman year. Give us a little bit, before we talk about your transition, give us a little bit about yourself, your major, and what you got going on outside of FAMU.
All right. So, 5-year MBA. I'm currently a strategic sourcing executive. I spent a few years in corporate America, and now I'm doing my own thing, consulting for corporations and also small businesses. I currently live in Atlanta. I just moved there a year ago from D.C., lived in Miami, love to travel, have a good time, and always come down back to the hill.
Right. Some of the struggles that you had coming from Tampa, and why did you choose HBCU? Was FAMU your first choice?
Actually, FAM was not my first choice. I'm a hump kid. I was given a scholarship without even applying to FAMU. I was actually going to Ivy League, and then my mom reverse psychologied me and told me it was going to be real cold in Philly because I was going to go to UPenn. And she was like, you're going to have a lot of student debt. And I was like, you said you'd pay for college. And she said, yeah, but you got 2 full rides because I also had a state scholarship. Right. So thank you to my mother for making sure that I made the best decision of my life to end up coming to FAMU.
And what were some of the struggles that you may have experienced? Were you homesick? Did you have problems with any of your roommates? Was adjusting the class? Let's talk about some of the struggles that you might have experienced.
So I'd say my number one struggle was literally going to class and applying myself my first semester. I graduated with a 3.88 from high school. And my first semester of school, I got a 2.5 because I was kicking it all the time. As an SBI, I had to do a nothing book, and we had to record how we spent our week and do a pie chart. And I was spending 10% of my time studying, 20% in class, and the rest was on the set, on the phone, and kicking it. So that was my first struggle. At SBI, they used to say around midterms, they would say, you're invited to an ice cream party. And I was like, ooh, I got invited to an ice cream party. And that was actually the letter saying he was on probation.
Oh. Now, 5 years students were no joke. I mean, you guys, it was almost like having a job along with going to school. I would just hear how tough it would be. You had your 4-year students, but you 5-year SBI undergrads, you guys had some work ahead of you. What were some of the pressures on being in the SBI program that you may have faced?
So I think the pressures that we faced was, like you said, we did run companies. So you were actually running companies at the same time as doing, your regular classwork. And when you did run a company, I was a CEO. You had your peers always coming to you trying to get the hookup. Yeah. As well as making sure that we were always on campus in our suits. So because we were forum students, walking around in the hill in a suit. In fact, back in '99, my freshman year, women still couldn't even wear pantsuits. We were old school. So I would say those were some of the struggles.
You guys used to have the suits on and all these hills and going back and forth.
Yep.
Man, I wasn't one of those people, but my heart goes out to you. And what were some of the surprises that you may have faced when you became an A&M student versus, like, you were on your way Ivy League, so now you're HBCU. What are some surprises or things that people don't know about HBCUs that you want to talk about?
So to me, it was the most pleasant surprise ever, which I grew up in the suburbs. So I was always, one of the token black students.
Right.
So the biggest surprise to me was coming into a school and actually having people just like me.
Yeah.
We love to be studious, get our, be academics
fashionable.
At the same time. Fashionable, but then we get it in too. And that was the greatest surprise ever. And also really the fact that Black people are not monolithic, right? Like at FAM, you can be and do whatever you want. There's people who are in fashion. There's people who are in music. There's people, who are in sports, jocks,
CEOs,
journalism, CEOs, everything. We do it all.
Right. And being a part of such a diverse network and being able to have some friends who go on to do great things. A lot of people, overlook HBCUs, but at the time we came in, remember Florida A&M was College of the Year.
Yes, sir.
And so we had a legacy already established, and we came in on a great time. I want to speak about some of your favorites, some things that may stand out to you about Florida A&M. First question is old calf or the new calf?
Oh, I actually did not like either of the calves. I was with the old calf. I told my mom not to even get me a student a plan. I'll just cook in Palmetto, and that's how I learned to cook. And
Okay.
then I lived off campus, so I didn't really do too much.
Yeah,
with the
and
calf.
traveling all the way from Palmetto South to just to go to the calf and stand in line. I can't see anybody being too excited about that. Any house parties? Did you go to the Garden or the Louvre? What were some of your early party experiences here at FAM?
Yeah, I went to it all. I remember the Garden and those good old sweat parties, but I was partial definitely to the Louvre. Definitely CPA. Love that place.
CPA or the Moon?
CPA all day.
Why CPA? Was it because of the different rooms and the different experiences?
Different rooms, different experiences, and I've had the blessing to travel all around the world and party. It's just something nostalgic about CPA.
Right, and we'll be recreating the CPA later on. And I'm excited about the day party. Are you attending that?
Yes, I'm actually throwing it, so we are really excited about that today. Cool Ant just told me he touched down in the city. Demp is ready, Fly Guy. We got
I think
DJ
Stunner,
Nyla,
yeah, Stunner.
Stunner, and Artistic.
Yeah.
So it's going down.
It's going down. Any other events going down this weekend? You said that you were instrumental in organizing the events. So outside of the CPA event, what else should we expect for this weekend?
We've got a tailgate tomorrow. We'll be over in the ROTC lot. Cool Ant spinning for us again. And then on Sunday, we have a closing brunch where we're passing the torch to 2000 because 99 with the class, best class to do it yet. But we want to see 2000 rise to the occasion and top us.
Okay,
if they
so
can.
I want to speak about some legendary influences here at FAMU. Everybody has a story about this legend that I'm about to mention. Whenever you walked across the courtyard in front of the library or across from Lee Hall, you encountered this person.
Yes.
He kept us fed. He gave us great advice. You know him. We all love him. The Honorable Soul Train. Do you have a Soul Train memory? We all have specific Soul Train memories. Can you share a Soul Train memory?
Yeah, like you said, I lived in Palmetto, and I had a really bad habit of missing the bus. So I learned to trek cross campus from Palmetto to SBI really quickly. But I would always be thirsty, and Soul Train would always hook me up with some Capri Suns.
So he would hook you up. I mean, I'm hearing that a lot of the ladies might have gotten hook up because I always got taxed. And I used to wonder how he could charge so much for those honey buns and Capri Suns. I was like, man, who gave you the right? But he still used to give some of the great advice, and he was out there every day.
He was.
And just he would give you just a preview of the hustle and just the legacy and generational experiences that he shared. You still it stuck with you throughout the years of being here at FAMU. Any other influencers that might have kept you from going back home and kept you from being homesick?
Yeah, so also the late, great Dr. Charles Evans, RIP. He was my marketing professor, and he was the one to make me apply myself. My name is Gabby, so I talk a lot, but I literally remember in class my freshman year, I was talking, and he was like, Gabby, I need you to shut the hell up and pay attention in school. And I was like, okay, you just like my family.
Right,
but,
he got you together a little bit.
He got me together, and when I wasn't applying myself, he would pull me to the side and tell me that he knew I could do a better job. So I always remember him for that.
Okay, so I want to speak about net checks and financial aid. Since you was an in-state student, did you ever get a net check? And if you did, could you name anything frivolous that you might have spent your net check on?
So I did not get the net check because I was on scholarship. So I was blessed in that department. I did not have to get the net checks because my school was paid for. But I definitely had a little bit of a shopping habit from the allowance that I did get from my parents.
Okay. We got Gabby Albert, one of the first contributors to the freshman class of 99 endowment fund, where you guys were able to raise $199,000 to go towards the Florida A&M endowment fund in the name of the class of 99 freshman class. And you were amongst the first. It was a long journey to get all this money together. Could you speak on the pride in being a part of such a great fundraiser?
It's an amazing feeling to not only come back to campus to look good, to hang out, but to really give back to the school that made us all who we are. It's amazing, and I'm really, really excited because I think we have the opportunity to start a new legacy of giving back. Convocation today was lit with all the donors, and I'm saying that we're going to see this, and it's going to be a competition. Everybody's going to try to top everybody, all in the name of giving.
Right.
And my hope is that we get other HBCUs to do it because it's time for us to save ourselves.
What did you enjoy more, fall semester or spring semester?
Fall, homecoming. I mean, that alone.
Homecoming classic. But remember Kapalua now during the spring and Gym Week also.
Kapalua was lit. Also, the Gorilla Thriller.
Yeah.
I mean, it was some parties there, but I mean, homecoming is the party of the year. The other ones come close and are just memorable, but it's homecoming. Don't eat, don't sleep. It's homecoming week.
Any final shout outs or things that you might have going on with your consulting and or whatever you have you want to share with us at this time?
Hey, if anybody needs help doing negotiating or contracts, hit me up. I'm available. Gabrielle Albert at gmail.com. But also, really just come out and support. All the proceeds from all of our events this weekend are part of our class endowment. So we're partying with a purpose. If you got your tickets to CPA, we will see you there. We are sold out at capacity, so unfortunately there will be no tickets at the door because that's how 99 does. We got good music, good people, good times all weekend.
All right, so that's Florida A&M Homecoming 2019, presented by DJ Zoe Crazy. I'm Dame Dozha here with Gabby Albert, SBI student from Tampa, Florida. And we're just delighted to be here and have you. Thank you for being a part of this, Miss Albert. And I'll see you around and maybe celebrate safely all weekend.
Thank you.